A bill that would ban abortion at all stages of pregnancy with exceptions is one step closer to law in Indiana. The version that passed in the Senate provides exceptions for rape, incest, and for when the life of the pregnant person is at risk. As of now, the House bill maintained those exceptions. A final House vote is expected to happen today before the bill goes back to the Senate to approve or deny any changes. Earlier, I spoke to Indianapolis OBGYN Dr. Caitlin Bernard. She is the doctor who provided a medication-induced abortion to a 10-year-old rape victim from Ohio. Doctor, thank you so much for being with us this morning. Obviously, you're watching this bill in Indiana move to the full House, where it is relying on exceptions, including for rape, exceptions for the life of the mother as well. You've treated many patients who would fall into these categories. What to you is the problem with relying on those exceptions?
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. Medicine is not about exceptions. I can't even begin to tell you how many patients I see in very unique situations that can't fit into those exceptions, that can't have a list of what I can and can't do. They can't wait to check with their lawyer. I can't wait to check with my lawyer. I need to be able to take care of patients when and where they need that care. The other part of this is going to exclude 98% of people who need abortions in Indiana. This is going to be very, very restrictive, and it's going to hurt Hoosier women.
How often do you see patients who would fit under these umbrellas for rape or for incest or for their health or their life being in danger? Is this pretty regular?
Absolutely. Every day I get a consultation for a patient who has, a condition that fits into those exceptions.
How do things change when it comes, or how do you worry things may change when it comes to enforcing those exceptions?
That's a really good question. We honestly do not know the answer to yet. It's very scary for physicians to have a patient in front of you that you know exactly what they need, you know how to treat them, you know how to prevent hemorrhage, you know how to prevent infection, you know how to save their lives. And yet you're wondering, well, who do I have to check with? Who's going to second guess me? Do I call my lawyer? Do I call the county prosecutor? Is this going to go to the state attorney general, which we know can be incredibly dangerous for physicians, as I've experienced? And we don't know the answer to that. And that's one of the things that's making this such a difficult process for patients, right? The impact on the physicians means that they can't take care of patients the way that they need to be able to, and patients will be hurt.
In Kansas, where we just saw voters with record turnout say no, they do not want to pave the way for there to be restrictions on abortion, for there to be a ban on abortion to eliminate access there. What is your reaction to seeing how that shaped up?
I think it's showing the truth, which is that people want to be able to make private medical decisions, exactly that, privately with their physician or medical provider, their family, whomever it is that advises them. Politicians have absolutely no space in making medical decisions or in instructing people how to, make those medical decisions. And Kansas, showed that. And we know that that's also true here in Indiana. And we think that the legislature should listen to that.
How do you think the issue of abortion is going to animate voters coming up? We have midterm elections here. We've seen what's happened in Kansas. How do you think it's going to animate them?
Again, I think people are beginning to realize that, the Supreme Court took away a fundamental right, not just the right to abortion, but the right to make private medical decisions. And when that happens, people begin to realize that that is not something that they want for themselves. That is not something that they want for their families, their daughters, their wives. And I think people will begin to realize that, the right to privacy is something that every person should have. It has nothing to do with party. It has nothing to do with red-blue divisions. It's something that everybody needs for their own health and safety. And so I hope that people will begin to realize, that legislatures, politicians who stand up for those rights, the right of privacy in your medical decision making, is something that they want to preserve, and people that they will vote for.
President Biden signed an executive order that paves the way for Medicaid to actually pay for the expenses of those who do travel out of state for abortion services. What else does the Biden administration need to do, in your opinion?
I think, there's nothing that they can do, in executive orders or other actions that will be able to bring back the right that the Supreme Court has taken away for us to be able to make private medical decisions. Physicians need to be able to take care of their patients when and where they need that care, and no amount of executive order is going to be able to bring that back right now.